Good evening, St. Louis. Today is May 23rd, 2020. My name is Taj Martin, and this is Coronavirus Radio. Here at Coronavirus Radio, we update the listeners on the latest COVID-19 news. Today we will talk about Brazil's response to COVID-19, the U.S.'s response, and how the University of Missouri system prepares to handle lawsuits. Kicking off with international news, indigenous Brazilians are dying at an alarming rate from COVID-19 due to the lack of adequate infrastructure and access to hospitals. According to the advocacy group Articulation of Indigenous Peoples of Brazil, the mortality rate is double that of the rest of Brazil. For indigenous Brazilians, the mortality rate is 12.6%, compared to Brazil's overall mortality rate of 6.4%. The virus only highlights Brazil's years of neglect to its native peoples. The average distance between indigenous communities and an ICU is about 195 miles away. Gianna Wapakana, the first indigenous congresswoman, stated, "Indigenous communities, even the ones with basic health clinics, just aren't prepared for coronavirus, which means those infected have to be removed and often travel long distances." Moving on to national news, President Trump declares states to open houses of worship. On Friday, May 22nd, Trump said churches are an essential business and threatened to override governors who impose restrictions on churches. He stated, "Today I am identifying houses of worship, churches, synagogues, and mosques as essential places that provide essential services." Later on, he indirectly stated that there will be consequences for states that do not reopen places of worship. Americans have raised concerns on how to safely socially distance in places of worship. Lastly, for national news, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer extended the stay-at-home order through June 12th. She stated, "While the data shows that we are making progress, we are not out of the woods yet. If we are going to lower the chance of a second wave and continue to protect our neighbors and loved ones from the spread of the virus, we must continue to do our part by staying safe at home." On Friday, Michigan had 5,158 COVID-19 related deaths, and the fourth highest death toll out of all the states. Whitmer has received from backlash. The Michigan Chamber of Commerce president tweeted, "Stay at home, stay unemployed" order. Lastly, on to the local news. A student filed a lawsuit against the University of Missouri system for not providing sufficient refunds when classes were moved online. The student is seeking class action status on the behalf of all students. The plaintiff's attorney, Richard Kornfield of St. Louis, claims that students are not getting the same value for their education. According to Kornfield, students did not choose to attend an institution that only offered online education. Instead, they chose and paid for a complete in-person university experience. After the commercial break, we will discuss weather. Picture this. Your partner's birthday is coming up, and you're wondering what's the perfect gift. So you open up Google and search, "What is the perfect gift?" The entire front page is about how romantic programming is. Your heart stops. You think, "I don't know how to code. What the heck am I going to do? Everyone will make fun of me if they know I don't know how to program." Lucky for you, my coding class, Coding 101, can stop that from happening. By going to www.learnhowtocode.com and subscribing for only $9.99, you can learn how to code the perfect app for your significant other. Of course, that's only if you want to give your partner the gift of programming. Lastly, onto weather. Here is this week's 3-day forecast. Today we are expecting a high of 87 and a low of 69 with sunny skies. Tomorrow, expect a high of 89 and a low of 67 with a chance of thunderstorms. Finally, on Monday, expect a high of 89 and a low of 69 with a chance of thunderstorms. I'm Taj Martin, and I hope to see you next week for more Coronavirus Radio. Remember, keep your hands safe,